The advice I'd give incoming students and underclassmen is to trust your training and to genuinely have fun when you are auditioning.
The best advice that I think I can give to underclassmen is to trust yourself, trust in your talent, and know who you are. Don't let anybody else's opinion of you or anybody else's decisions impact the way you see yourself. You deserve to be here. You are talented, you are valued, and you should know that.
Okay, so my advice is to make sure that you get involved in things outside of Theatre TCU, like RA positions, religious stuff, senseless acts of comedy, whatever your interests are. Find some other pockets outside of theater to kind of expand your interests and see what you like beyond just theater.
The advice I'd give to an incoming student is to be yourself, because you are uniquely you.
Hi everyone, if I could give you a little bit of advice, I would say that consistency is key. Get yourself into the practice rooms. It took me far too long to realize that, and it's such a luxury because when you go into the real world, you have to pay for those things. So use your swipes into the vocal rooms, practice rooms as much as you can. Leave the self-judgment out of it though. Every time you sing, it's not supposed to be an evaluation of how good you are. It's just to get that muscle working, and that took me a long time to realize. So I did not go to the practice rooms because I was very afraid of being like, oh, I'm gonna sound so bad. I shouldn't do this anymore. And I had a lot of self-loathing. So consistency is key, but leave the self-judgment out of it. Get into those practice rooms, do what feels good, do what's fun, and use the resources you have while you're here because they're so abundant.
I had to think of some advice to give to the underclassmen. One of the biggest ones I would say is to create your own opportunities, because you are the most uniquely amazing individual that you can be, and you shouldn't waste your time trying to be someone else. And so if you're not feeling like you're achieving the things you want or getting roles you want and whatnot, take the authority into your own hands and build your own story, create your own characters, and prove every single person wrong.
Just remember that you got into this program, or even if you didn't, you're here for a reason, and remember that through your classes, through professors, other students. Don't think about, it's really hard, but don't think about what they think of you. Just remember that you're talented and you're an amazing person.
Okay, so some major advice I have that I've learned over the past few years is to give yourself permission to look ridiculous. So like going into auditions or callbacks, just take a breath and say, I'm allowed to mess up. I'm allowed to look silly. That's given me a lot of freedom, so highly recommend. Also, spend time with people you love.
The one piece of advice I think I could have really used as a freshman was don't be afraid to reach out. I know that growing up, you're always told like, oh, don't invite yourself. Invite yourself, include yourself, make friends. Everyone wants you here and they all want you to be included and they want to be included too. So don't be afraid to reach out and put yourself out there, and just, these are your lifelong friends that you're making. So don't be afraid to make that first step.
Hello, underclassmen. If I had any advice, here would be my top 3. Number 1, love yourself. Number 2, help out your classmates because they'll also help you out. And number 3, although cliche, don't be afraid to have a little fun because it is cool.
My biggest pieces of advice would be to learn how to take care of your body and your mind, because you only get one of these, and to love every second that you have at this incredible place with all of these incredible, talented people. Learn everything that you can and soak it up because it comes and goes very fast. I love y'all so much. I can't wait to see what you do, and I can't wait to visit y'all soon. Go Frogs!
Some advice that helped me at TCU is don't feel like you constantly need to prove yourself. And I know that is so much easier said than done, but you are at your own rate of growth, and someone else's speed doesn't necessarily have to be your speed. And once you stop worrying about how others are perceiving you and your talents, and you start to fully believe in what you bring to the table, because you have something unique, or you wouldn't be here, and that's so important to remember. Once you do that, your mental health will improve dramatically, and you will be giving yourself permission to perform to your full, authentic self. And your time at TCU is too short to not be yourself. Go Frogs! Have a great year.